makes 80% of your designer bags.
Who is the Chinese supplier behind Under Armour? Shenzhou International.
Nike shoes from China to your country.
Who are the suppliers behind Salomon, Timberland, New Balance, Adidas, Nike, la 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 la? First, Baocheng Factory.
It's not just calling them out, they're showing the world exactly where your $1,000 handbag or your $100 leggings are really being made. They're now offering you the same exact stuff, no middleman, no markup. In a bold move that seems more like economic warfare than manufacturing, Chinese workers are lifting the lid on $1 billion.
TikTok has become the stage for a huge controversy, and this time, the luxury fashion giant Louis Vuitton is at the center of it. What started as a few factory videos has now turned into a massive uproar, exposing secrets the brand likely never wanted out. Chinese factory workers have come forward with shocking information, and it's causing chaos online and in stores. Shoppers aren't showing up just to spend their demanding answers. The heart of the issue? Many of Louis Vuitton's expensive bags, which are marketed as being crafted with European luxury and care, are actually being made in China, and not just a few of them, but reportedly more than half. People are feeling tricked, and they're furious. The brand's exclusive, high-end image is crumbling as customers question everything they thought they knew. One viral video seems to have set off the storm. It was filmed inside a Chinese factory and quickly spread like wildfire across TikTok and other platforms. The clip featured a factory worker revealing what goes into making a Louis Vuitton bag and how little it actually costs. According to this worker, some of these bags only cost about $15 to produce. That's right, $15. Meanwhile, shoppers are being charged anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 for a single item. This revelation has made people feel like they've been completely fooled. For years, Louis Vuitton has promoted an image of carefully handcrafted luxury, made in European ateliers. Now, many are learning that the label is often the only thing added in Europe before the product hits the shelf. It's left loyal customers wondering, were they paying for craftsmanship or just a logo? To make things worse, it's not just Louis Vuitton in the spotlight. Chinese suppliers are going public with information on major brands, from Under Armour to Nike, Timberland, and Adidas. These suppliers are even selling the same products directly to American consumers without the usual retail markup. It's like a whole new playbook for international business, and the luxury world wasn't ready. The fallout has been intense. Instead of staying quiet, China has hit back hard in what many are calling an economic power play. While the US tried to apply trade pressure with tariffs, Chinese manufacturers responded by exposing just how reliant global brands are on their factories. This has put a spotlight on the luxury fashion industry, and Louis Vuitton is the first to take a big hit. Online,
Field is TikTok. It is flooded with such factory videos. Chinese suppliers are reaching out to American customers direct.
people are sharing tutorials on how to tell if your Louis Vuitton item was made in China. The evidence is everywhere. Factory codes, stitching patterns, tags, all these little details are now under heavy scrutiny. And for a brand like Louis Vuitton, built on exclusivity and trust, that kind of exposure is devastating. Of course, Louis Vuitton responded. The company put out a statement denying the claims and reassuring customers that they still uphold the highest standards of quality. But that didn't calm the storm. It's not just about whether the bags are made well, it's about the trust. That has been broken. People don't feel like they're getting what they paid for. They feel deceived. Even worse, Louis Vuitton has been caught increasing prices without any notice. While other luxury brands like Hermes made official announcements and gave customers a chance to buy before price hikes, Louis Vuitton took a quieter route. Suddenly, prices were up by 3% to 6% on everything from wallets to perfumes. No press release, no emails, no warning at all. People were finding out at the checkout counter, staring at totals that were $40 or $50 higher than expected. The lack of transparency only added fuel to the fire. This isn't the first time Louis Vuitton has played with pricing.
Shall receive. You want a tutorial? I got you. So let's just click my link in my bio, and it's going to take you to my landing page. Just scroll down a little bit, and here you will find the spreadsheet. This is if you want my personalized help, and this is if you want anything added to the spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and click my spreadsheet. So here we have all of the vendors that I've compiled for you.
Either. During the pandemic, while most people were staying home, saving money, and cutting back on spending, Louis Vuitton quietly raised prices multiple times. They were cashing in while people were distracted, and now many customers feel like that was just the beginning of a pattern. Some users online are compiling spreadsheets listing all the suppliers and vendors behind major luxury brands. People are sharing links, screenshots, and receipts to back up the claims. What started as one factory worker's video has grown into a movement that's challenging the entire luxury fashion system. Still, not everyone is angry. There's a portion of shoppers who just don't care where the bags are made. For them, it's all about the look, the brand, the status. Put the factory on Mars for all I care, just give me the LV logo, one user said. And honestly, that's the mindset of many people who buy luxury items. It's a
decades, we have been conditioned to believe that China is just one giant sweatshop pumping out crap while we are the sophisticated, high-end innovators. And it turns out China has just been patiently waiting for us to be completely dependent upon their manufacturers. They have been mastering every technology, absorbing every industry, and then building an empire that doesn't need us half as much as we need.
About the image, not necessarily the origin, but for those who believed in the craftsmanship and the story behind the product, this feels like betrayal. People are rethinking their spending habits. They're questioning if luxury brands are really worth the high prices, or if they're just selling a fantasy. The situation could get worse if more factory workers start coming forward, exposing how other high-end brands operate. This might be the beginning of a massive shakeup in the fashion world. More videos, more leaks, and more behind-the-scenes truths could hit the internet any day now. At this point, Louis Vuitton is facing more than just a PR issue. It's an identity crisis. The foundation of their brand image is being questioned, and unless they find a way to rebuild trust, they risk losing not just sales, but the reputation they've built over decades. The fashion world is watching, and so are millions of people who used to dream of owning a Louis Vuitton bag. Now, those dreams are filled with doubt.
A statement has been released to the press, seemingly from a source close to Louis Vuitton. In their statement, the source close to the brand said, "Louis Vuitton want everyone to know that what these people are saying is completely false and untrue, and they want everyone to understand that every item LV releases is made under meticulously high standards."
Not because the bags aren't beautiful or stylish, but because the story they were sold might not be real after all. For now, TikTok continues to buzz with updates, investigations, and opinions. What started as a few leaked factory videos has now opened a floodgate, and Louis Vuitton is right in the middle of it.
Though these brands brag about being made in Europe, the video claims that more than half of Louis Vuitton's bags are actually made in China.
Whether this changes the luxury industry forever remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the truth is out, and people aren't staying silent anymore.